Hey, welcome to Mike's Trains, and thanks for joining me for another video. You might be saying, yep, I know this isn't the city that we've been working on, but this ties into that city, and this is the next part that I want to get involved with. What I want to do is I want to add parking lot lights in here, which are going to lead us to the next part, which is the street lights in the city and all of those other things that need to get done. So let's start with the parking lot lights. Now, I've already gone ahead and I've decided where the street lights are going to go. They're going to go, I went one space in, we have a mark, and then I went 3 spaces, another mark, 3 spaces, another mark. And then I did the same thing from the other side, and that leaves a 4-space gap right here, which I think is fine. I think we're okay with that. So there are 7 lights across here. And the lights that I'm going to use, let's see, I have a whole tray full of them here. These are all the lights that are going to go into there. Now, it looks like a big wire mess, but it's really not as bad as it looks. What I've done is I have these street lights here, and these are double-sided. They use incandescent bulbs, and then I've added on, what you get with these is the 2 bulbs. You've got 2 positive leads out the bottom and then 2 negative leads. Now, I didn't add on to these because what I want to do is actually tie all of these together, and then I have longer leads here that I can do whatever I want with the rest of these. But these 2 tiny wires here, these two wires are far too small for me to want to deal with under the layout. So this brings them both into one larger wire that I can mess with underneath. But these are going to go right here like this, 1, 2, and so on. So what I want to do is I want to drill the holes for these street lights to go in. Okay, so what I have is I have my Dremel that I've been using, and let's see, are we out of focus now? And I have a bit. I've already measured the bottom of these street lights here. I've measured this bottom part right here, and I know that that's the drill bit that I need. So now I'm just going to drill the holes. Okay, so there's all the holes. Now I just want to vacuum off and get all that stuff out of there. So let's get that cleaned up. Alright, so we're all cleaned up there. Now it's just a matter of just pushing the lights down. Just want to make sure there's nothing on the top of the surface there. So now we're just going to trace these wires down into their holes. I'm going to start from here and just start running them out. That is going to be the parking lot lights for our parking lot, and I think they're going to look pretty good. You know, we get some cars parked in there. I think they look okay. So now there's a whole bunch of wires now I have hanging underneath. We'll get into that another time. It's another very easy thing to take care of. It's not quite as complicated as it looks. So now we can move over to the city side, and we have our traffic lights to put in over there. So let's go take a look at those. Okay, so now we're over on this side, and we have all of our street lights to put in. We've got one here, and then we need to mark the rest of these. So we have 6. and one of these is a green light. The green light is going to go here. So this road will have a green light, and then everywhere else will be red, and we'll have people in the crosswalks. So let's get these marked up so that we know where we're going with all of these lights. I mean, we obviously have this one marked up already. We have another one that's going to go right here, right there. We have another one. It's going to go right here. We have another one. I'm going to put that one right here. And then we have another one. It's going to go right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and then we have another one. We're going to stick this one sort of in the center over here. We're going to push this one in right here. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to start with the first one. We're going to drill that one out. And this is the whole reason why I need this attachment on my Dremel, because you can see there's not really much room here, and there's no way to fit a full-size drill in there. So let's get this drilled out. Which is one of these. What I did was I went through, and on these street lights, I marked the bottom with a black band for the green light. So I know that this is a red light. I'm going to feed these wires down through. And that's how that's going to look, just like that. And I think we look okay. And then underneath, the wires are hanging down, and all we need to do is plug those into, I believe these are resisted already. So I can plug these directly into 12 volt. So let me get the rest of these in, and we'll take a look at it then. Okay, so there's all the lights put in. We have them all in there. And I think they're going to look pretty good. I'm quite happy with it. This one is the green one, of course. Everything else is red. They're all in, and I really like the way this is coming out. The only exception I had to make, and I wish I didn't, but unfortunately it's just a byproduct of doing things like this. This light over here. In the bench work that I have underneath here, there's a 2x4 that runs directly underneath this. I believe it's running this way. I don't know. It might be running that way. I can't remember. But it can't run the wire down through that because I can't drill a hole deep enough to go through a whole 2x4 on its end. So this one will not light. All I did was clip the wires off. I mean, it can work, but it does not. And I kind of messed up my scenery work here a little bit. We'll touch that up. But I think overall, I think we're looking pretty good. I'm really happy with the look. Pretty happy with it. So that's how that's going to go. And I haven't decided yet. I may put some of the street lights like we stuck in down there in the parking lot down there. I may put some of those in here as well. I mean, there's definitely room to do them. I could do one here and one over here, maybe one here, you know what I mean? Maybe one over here, maybe one or two down this line. We definitely have room to do it, but I haven't decided yet. We'll have to take that as the time goes on, as I start building this. Yeah, now it's just a matter of turning these the right way. We don't want them angled or turned in any way. So let me give you another view of this. Okay, so here's coming in from the other side, and that's how it's going to look. Very happy with the look. Very happy with it indeed. Now you'll notice I haven't put these buildings in yet. I'm still working on the building that goes in this spot over here. This building, you can see now I have 2 holes in the layout here. And that's due to the building was 3 floors. You know, this building down here was 5 floors, but there's an open back, and it's very easy to do the wiring, get everything done. The building down here, unfortunately, is a 4-sided building, and I don't have the luxury of just running the wires down the backside. So 3 floors is proving to be a challenge. But I've almost got it done. It's going to take a little bit longer. You know, and then the fact that, you know, when things go wrong, I have to put it down and walk away and do something else. So that happens quite often, unfortunately. But we're almost done with this building. So the next step is going to be to drop in these 2 buildings. And then we'll see, we'll take a look at it at that point and see if I want to add the street lights down the sides, down the sidewalks here. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to, but who knows, that may change. So for the time being, I think this is going to be just a short video. I don't have a lot more going on this week. I think this is quite a big thing to get all of that done, and then we can move over here and we have the parking lot over here done, and then it's just a matter of wiring the lights under the layout. All right, so there you go. And that's a bunch of stuff off my bench that I've been hanging on to and working on. The other thing, I think once I get these buildings in and we decide about the street lights and all, the next project that I'm going to take on with this whole city scene is this used car dealer. All right, I have been going back and forth on what I want to do for a sign for this place. Now, this is a sign that I had from another kit. I believe it went to a Gulf gas station. I was going to use this for a sign, but I'm not really liking it. What I really want is I want a lit up sign that goes in here somewhere. And I think the next project is going to be to scratch build a light up sign for this. And I have some ideas in my head. I think it's going to work. I'm very confident that I can do this. So that'll be another project coming up. But hopefully next week we'll get these buildings put in over here. Hopefully next week we'll get all this stuff put in, and street lights or not, I'll make that determination by next week. And we'll see where we go. If you like what you saw in this video and looks like something you're interested in, by all means subscribe to my channel. Love to have you along. And until next time, everybody stay safe and happy modeling.